Howdy y'all, and welcome back to Riverbend Springs. We've got a planter. Went ahead and I bought this. It's probably the best one for us. Got a good size to it, and it's not filling up. Oh, do I have to have it unfolded? I've noticed some of them are like this now, where you actually have to have them unfolded and with the covers open for them to... That is satisfying. The best way, but it's satisfying. I have 14 liters in it. Okay, well the pallet is full. There we go. I could watch that all day. Anyway, we are not going to be started on this just yet. We've got snow all over the ground, so we may or may not be able to do much with it. But we'll go ahead and park that guy right there. It should have more than enough horsepower to run this thing. We are going to take these two over to the canning factory because we're actually almost out of stuff to can over there. It's down to just parsnips. And they have been running all night, so it's probably actually even close to finishing those too. How is it doing? It is 47,000. That's all that's left. Oh, look at that. There's another 6 pallets of stuff to spawn over here. The beetroot we can set to selling when we choose to. We will set that to selling probably later today. But let's go make some money real quick. And then we're going to borrow some money again. Yes, I know. We just got rid of the loan, and we're getting it right back. But we're also, like, doubling our field size, so I think it's worth it. I have also put some thought into and come up with a little bit of a plan for some yard expansion. And I will have to take a little bit of a closer look at it because I haven't actually done any detailed looking into like this whole area around over here, so I might have to see if it'll let me do anything, but I have ideas. For now, let's run up to the canning factory, get some stuff loaded up, and make some money for today before we pull out a loan to buy, I believe it is that field right there across the river, the one we just passed. So let's get to the canning factory. I think selling stuff before we try to take out a loan was a good idea. We now have $124,000. And, I gotta admit, loading up pallets like that, I hate it. Between getting pallet forks stuck in the ground and flinging my tractor all over the place, and the fact that, for whatever reason, this game that's so focused on using pallets for moving things around doesn't like having 2 pallets in the same country. We got everything sold. To manually... Did I just see a car that was waiting on the other tracks? I'm gonna have to go back and look at that again. I had to use super strength and manually load these things up by hand because twice they kept moving off the pallet, even though they were moving off the trailer, even though they were strapped to the trailer. And as soon as I tried to unstrap it, they all just fell over. So that was annoying. We have one more stop to make for some more money, and that is the sawmill. I actually don't think I have the cement factory running with anything because I don't think we've loaded it and put anything into it for a few days. No, it's not running. But you know what? We should have plenty of wood over here, and we need a lot of wood over at the playground. I think we need 11 pallets of wood beams. So if we have 11 wood beam pallets over here, we can bring that over to the playground. I think the grain elevator has almost everything it needs for the moment. except for roof tiles. We just drove by there, so I should have checked. Oh, I see a lot of pallets in there. We could probably have some more in here, but I don't think it's been running all night. Nah, but this will still get us probably almost up to where we need to be for having our money. So, how many wood beam pellets do we have? I see planks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we only got 4. But you know what? That's better than nothing. So let's get them loaded up onto the trailer. Well, now that we have about a third of our day gone because of fighting with all the other pallets and getting the forklift stuck in the snow at the sawmill, these are finally loaded up. I relocated it inside. And up to 177,000. That's a nice payday. So that still needs 6 more pallets of wood beams, and then we need 12 pallets of rope. And the playground will actually move on to its next stage. No, before we go running off here, I want to go look at something real quick. Because I saw something that I'm wondering if it'll show me over here. I think there is a limit to how much of a resource each area can take. And it will only take as much as the construction project requires. Holy, 162,000. Okay. So the playground's going to take a while. So far better than the temple on Hutan Pantai. That thing's like 400 something thousand. I don't know if I'm ever going to finish that one. I just noticed this part over here. Wonder what's going to be on this part. Or is this just supports? Maybe. Probably going to be something all over the place over here, so we'll see whenever we get it built. I have not seen any images of how it's supposed to look when it's done. I don't plan on looking at any of them. I want to see it when it's finished. So, that'll be our thing for that. I was kind of hoping, while we were doing all this, that this snow would melt off. We're warm enough at 39 degrees that the snow should melt off, but it hasn't yet. And my luck is going to be, as soon as I get a plow or a bucket to move it, it starts to melt. And then the stuff that I've moved doesn't melt. It always does that to me. But we've got all the money we're going to get today. We've already bought our planter, so we don't have to worry about that. The only thing we're going to have to get for the rest of today is maybe some fertilizer and lease a roller. Beyond that, we just got to get to work and get our fields ready. I'm hoping it'll let me plant with all the snow on the field. I mean, it's just water, right? Yeah, maybe. It might. I know workers don't like it. But we're going to end up borrowing only 100,000. I think, what did we have initially? Like, almost 400,000? Or something like that? Yeah, we had a really big loan at the start. And we got all that paid off, and now I'm taking out a little bit just to buy another field and to have some extra money left over. So, trust me, it's worth it in the end. That's not how I wanted those forks pointed. Let's drop our forks off in here. We will get... We should probably upgrade our fertilizer spreader. Oh, come on, let go. There we go. So we should probably upgrade our fertilizer spreader, considering it's this tiny little thing. Still having texture problems. Don't mind that. But maybe. I mean, the price for a good-sized one is 25,000. That would still do a lot better for us, but I think this one is still good enough for what we need. It just does not have the capacity we need. But for now, it's time to get to planting. We still have feed for our chickens in here. We have just a little bit, 4,600 liters of wheat. How are they doing on food? They have plenty of eggs sitting here waiting for us. They're a little under half. I think they're one under half. So let's get this over to our first field. Pick that up, fold it, and let's go. And while I get this one set up over here, we are going to borrow our money. It managed to hire a worker. I guess it thought I was already in the field. Whatever. We are going to over here for a second. And we're going to buy our other field as long as they haven't done anything with it. No, they haven't done anything with it. So we were looking to buy field 78. It is $217,000. It's going to leave us with about $60,000, which is perfectly fine. Because that gives us enough money to survive for a little while. Our productions that we have leased. Releasing the sawmill, we're going to keep that one. Releasing the canning factory until these parsnips are done. Then we're going to get rid of that. And releasing the cement factory, which I think we're going to hang on to that for a little while until we can have enough money to actually try to buy it. Because if we can buy that, that's great. They did finally add... They added a new one in under here. So they have all these smaller versions of stuff that we could get. There's most of them except for like the rope maker or the barrel maker and stuff like that. But there we go. They added in a smaller cement factory. It does the exact same thing, slower. And I'm talking like way slower. So maybe we look at throwing that down somewhere. But for now, go ahead and we're going to do this feat. Sure, sounds good. Let's go over here. Get started right here. I can barely see these lines because everything is in snow. Are we planting? It says we're planting. I ain't gonna question it. It's working. But while we're doing that, let's go ahead and buy our other field. Hey, look at that. Cotton. I think that's the first time I've ever planted cotton. So we're going to buy this field. And that gives us another field. Also a very good size. But we're down to $59,867. And we now have 2 fields to plant full cotton. So, let's get to work. Here we are finishing off the last headland for our first cotton field. Now, I am going to have a worker do the second field because we need to take our other tractor and we're going to go get ourselves a roller, and we also need to fertilize. But we do still have a little bit of work to do. Rolling has to be done today. Next month it'll have germinated and I can't roll. I can still do fertilizing and weeding. Well, I won't have to weed, everything's plowed. So I can do fertilizing next month and then come back a month later with the second round of fertilization, and we shouldn't have any problems. So I am going to get this guy sent off to the next field. And it looks like we used about 130 liters of seed. This will tell me exactly how much bigger the other field is, because I wasn't entirely sure on size comparison with looking at the map. We're at 504 out of 630. That's 126 liters. That's not bad. Let's get this over to the other field, which is literally right up the road. Hop over into our other tractor and we can run down to the shop. I think I have a roller we can afford to buy. I think. I look around at mods all the time looking for stuff that looks useful in any form. And I do have an idea for another series, but it's going to be like micro farming kind of thing. No real income of money. But that one will take a while to set up, and it does require me finding the right map. Okay, so if I put you on an AI worker, yeah, look at the, oh, they're all curved. Either way, that is definitely a much bigger field. There it goes. He's going to get off working on that. And we are going to go grab our tractor. Let's take a look in the shop real quick, actually, since we're here. Here are the rollers. Yes, I do. I have this guy. It's a nice roller. You can use it for grassland. And it's not super big, which is kind of what I need, because trying to get any of these things they're absolutely gigantic. 12 meters, 27 meters. And this is 6. It's half the size of that, but it'll still go through our field in plenty of time. So let's grab our tractor, head up to the shop, grab us a new roller, and then we can get our field rolled and be done. Well, at least for that field. We'll still have to come behind this guy and roll his field as well. I'm kind of interested to see if there's anything I can do with this little path that comes up to the farm. I don't really need it. It just seems kind of in the way. So I'm wondering, and I've done this on other maps before. The only problem I can see is the actual road that's right here. Do we own this little chunk? We do. We own all. I own everything on the other side of this fence. Huh. Well, we have some forest here. This road is kind of what I'm hoping it lets me do something about. I don't know if it'll let me like get rid of the road, but I have done on some of the other maps. I have done it on Hutan Pentai, which is terraform these like edges right here into a more sheer face and repaint it to rock and just kind of level all that out. And you can fit sheds, productions, storage, stuff like that around there. Even just small decorations. But overall, my bigger plan for the farm expansion involves getting rid of this barn. It's a nice barn. I like it. It fits into the map. But it takes up so much space, and because of the size of our stuff, it's not super usable. So, if I get rid of it, that means I can put down sheds like along the fence line back here. And I can get a couple of sheds into here that we can actually use. And maybe even throw another shed in, like, over here against this fence line. And maybe another one, like, right here. Depending on how much space I have in front of that. But that opens up, like, all this area in the middle for whatever we want to do. I can even, like, make the track actually go around here. And throw in another larger shed here in the middle that we can go into. Even if I just bring this shed down and make it so that it turns 90 degrees to like right here instead. That gives me all the access to back here. As it is right now, these areas are a little too confined because of that shed. So, maybe. We'll see how this works out. I haven't really decided on anything yet in that sense. But it should play out a little bit better. Or it should feel a little bit better. Plus, it can help me get rid of all my broken ground textures. I still don't know why. I've done some reading. I've changed some settings. And they don't go anywhere. So, we'll see. Anyways, off to the shop, grab us a new roller. And then we can come get our fields rolled. And be done for the day. Be interesting to harvest cotton. I've never actually done cotton for my own farm. Always just contracts. One field rolled, one field to go. Looks like our worker did finish while we were doing this, so his planter is a little bit bigger than this. But annoyingly, this did miss a couple of stones in the field. But you know what? I'm not even worried about it. It's 3 stones scattered across this entire field. I'm not worried about it one bit. But now, I will take this over to the other field. I'm just going to have the worker do it. Go ahead and roll it as well. Because I think we have done quite a bit of work for today. Made a bunch of money. Borrowed some money. Spent all said money. It works out. So, we do have some money in the case that we need to get anything for the next couple of months. But we should be able to get the money to rent the harvester without too much issue. Since we're able to bring, what was that, 170-something thousand wood beams to the to the playground. Yeah, I remember seeing the numbers at the museum, and the museum's numbers are nowhere near that high. We're gonna run over there with the car. So let me set this guy off. Sure. You can go with that. We'll take this back over there, grab the car, and I will head off to the museum. I don't know why I was struggling with that word. Over to the Green Elevator Museum. And also, it looks like our field here actually took less seed than the other one. So this might actually be smaller. Because the other one took 126, and this one only took 107. A little disappointing. Because this one does look just that little bit bigger because of the curves. But who knows? Maybe in time we buy this field with it, and we just merge them into one giant field. We can cut down those trees and expand it there as well, if we want to. I am driving past our farm. Let's just drive around the electrical stuff, because that's safe. And this does not have a place to sit on the farm, so it's just going to go over here by the trees. So what does the elevator need? I know it needs roof tiles and Ah, there you go. Wood beams. I don't know why it says missing 1947. It does some weird things sometimes. So I think I am going to go through and I'll fix that number in the the XML as long as that's reasonably correct. So this was a collectible we found. I want to say that was too. Oh no, this was. We found this one last time, I think. I don't know. We're all over the place. We found that. I think we found this somewhere. We found this chalkboard. This was at the sawmill. For anyone who doesn't know that, where that is. We found the lamp. We found this little bell. Got a paper boat. We found that behemoth over at the farmer's market. We found a gear. See, what else have we found? We have found... That's just a trash bin. Actually, I don't see any of the other stuff we found. How many was that? I wish it showed us how many we've found just by coming over here. We've got 1. I don't have anything back here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm pretty sure there's another one somewhere. Because I think we found... How many does it say under statistics? We have found 10. Okay, well, never mind. That's all of them. That's all the ones we have. So, I feel like we're not doing too bad. I've still got a little ways to go on what I'm planning to do with the series. I'm hoping to at least finish one of these things. Probably this one. But if I put anything in here, it'll actually show me how much the storage space has left. I want to say on planks, it's only like 36,000. So that's not a whole lot of planks. The playground evidently is going to need a lot of stuff. Hopefully it's not a lot of ridiculous stuff. But I want to check, while we're here, productions. So I know that doesn't have anything in it. I will go fill that back up. And the sawmill is still... Yeah, that's still going to be going until next time. I'm not sure... Does this need planks or long planks? Oh, wood beams. So this still needs 2 pallets of wood beams, which I'll... Like I said, I'll fix that number depending on where that number is wrong. But... Yeah. Ah, there you go. For those who haven't noticed, there was an announcement from Farming Simulator developers Giant Software that they will be releasing Farming Simulator VR. I'm not sure how well it's gonna work. I'm sure not gonna be playing it. I don't even have a VR headset, but it looks interesting. It definitely has much more of a focus on like the little stuff, with the greenhouses having a lot of different things that you can do. So that could be interesting. Our sheep are also doing fantastic over here. I love them. They're adorable. They're big and they're fluffy. We should have... There you go. We have 10 of them at 100% health. 5 months reproduction time. They just started reproducing. And we have plenty of food. Plenty of meadow grass because they're not eating the meadow grass because we gave them food. But I hope the meadow grass bug isn't still a thing. I know my my goats on my other map are broken because I have to completely redo their meadow. Rain. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this time, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. This car doesn't get quite enough use for us to justify having it, but hey, it does get some use. As I said, that's it for this time, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed. I will see you guys next time, where maybe we do just some fertilizing and take a look at some contracts and stuff to get things moving again. Because we're kind of out of things to do around our actual farm. And I think that'll be the end of our canning factory run as well. So, we'll see about that. Car almost hit me. Oh yeah, I'll see you guys next time.